Okay, this is our top corn sales report. So we're going to be going back and forth between the PowerPoint presentation here and then our Excel file, which has all of our data in it. Okay, so the main things we're going to be looking at, we've broken down our sales for the month of July, more specifically during our buy one, get one free period. So we've broken down the sales by location, by the popcorn type, and then we also have the Tyson store sales. And then we looked at our online sales, and then we've also looked into sales for each specific state that we covered. And then also we had some food trucks where we sold some of our popcorn. Okay, so the first thing is sales by flavor. So our 4 flavors are Old Bay, Original Blend, Sea Salt and Caramel, and Truffle. So there was a pretty good balance of all 4, but the Original Blend was the clear favorite. Okay, and then taking a look at our Excel. Okay, so yeah, the Original Blend that had 190 out of 553. Okay, so then our Tyson store. So we're going to look at the Excel. Okay, so I went and broke down for each date throughout the month whether or not we made our sale, whether or not they made their sales goal, and so when I count them all up, it was 21 out of 31 days they reached the sales goal. So in there, based on the sales, we're able to increase the price per box, so it's now $7 a box as opposed to 5. Okay. And also we set a new sales goal for August, new daily sales goal, because our high for July was 1,885. So next month we're hoping to hit 1,750 per day. Okay, then our online sales. So let's see, let's go back to. So yeah, that was during the buy one get one free sale. So we had 553 during that time. It was from June 30th to July 6th. So the most in one day, I think, for the online sales, yeah, it was 14, and that was for the Original Blend. Okay, now we're going to talk about the food trucks. So the food truck that we had in Farragut Square, that made up almost 50% of the sales. So we're hoping that the other 3 can get on par with that. Let's look closer at the numbers here. Right, so Farragut, yeah, that was, yeah, almost half, $8,150. And then we took it a little step further based on, so we can afford to take out a loan based on our sales. So we're hoping to buy a new truck for next month. Okay, so now we're going to get into, so I broke it down, the top 10 sales with the date, the state it took place in, and then the popcorn type. So I used the pivot tables Unfortunately, I had a little bit of trouble making it work on my Mac, but I broke it down on my Windows computer, and these are the results I got. So the biggest sale, it was actually in West Virginia. That was on 7/6, July 6th, and that was 10 Old Bay and 14 Original. And then the second was New York. That was on 7/1, and they sold 23 truffles. Truffle flavor, whoops. Let's get back to that. Okay. And then, so they're listed there, but a lot of the big states, they show up on this list more than once. New York is on here twice. California's on here twice. West Virginia's on here twice. Maryland's on here a couple times. So then just a little bit more explanation. There were 3 states that we had that didn't perform well at all as far as sales, and that was South Carolina, Missouri, and Indiana. They all had 8 or less. I think South Carolina ended up with 2 total over the course of that week. So our goal is to market a little bit better in those states. Yeah, especially South Carolina. And then our max, like I mentioned, all those states that showed up on our top 10, they all had 50 total sales or more over the course of the week. So those are the states that we perform the best in. And then the other states, Mississippi, Ohio, and Alabama, they all fell somewhere between 30 and 44. So they performed pretty well, but they weren't quite at the top. And then our remaining states, they could use a little bit of improvement. That's New Jersey, North Carolina, and D.C. Well, D.C., the reason why the sales probably weren't as high is that's not as highly populated as some of these other states. Now, I thought it was interesting. As I was looking through the states and how much they sold of each one, I found it interesting that some sold a lot more than others. Like some specific flavors sold a lot more than the other flavors. That could just be the way they're marketing in that state. That's something that we should probably look into. So like West Virginia, it sold 40 originals over the course of the week, so that's a pretty big number. And yeah, New York, 31 truffle, and a lot of that, if we look back on our top 10, a lot of that was all in one day. So then let's go back to our data. So basically, to sum it all up, our goals include, okay, we definitely want to invest in a new food truck. The Tyson store performed well enough to set a higher goal next month. The online sales were good during our buy one get one free sale, and then we had some. And the original is definitely our best flavor, so we want to try to market the others a little bit more, especially the truffles, because that was our lowest. And then our pivot tables, okay, so we definitely want to we want some of our states to improve, and then the ones that fell into the minimum category, we should probably consider not selling to those states anymore and maybe trying some other states, and hopefully we'll have more success with those. Either that or come up with a new marketing plan for those states. Okay, was there anything else? Okay, and I also looked at the charts that helped break down the data a little bit more when I was looking at the pivot tables. So I could see, like, Like, for example, California, they had some days that were better than others, but all across the board, they sold at least 4 boxes every single day. So that was definitely one of our big contributors. All right, and that is about all we have. Okay, thank you.